So you want to open a restaurant. Great idea. Lots of people are in that category. Never been in the hospitality industry before, or maybe you've worked in hospitality and now you want to do something that's your own. It's a totally different experience to actually own and operate your own business. You're in control. You get to be able to meet and greet people and operate your business and fulfill your life's dreams. But are you really prepared to do this? It's a whole different, even for people who have worked in hospitality, it's a whole different experience to actually be the one who's writing the checks and having to make a payroll every couple weeks. So really the best way to do this, to be prepared, is to start off with a business plan. Now there are a lot of ways that you can put a business plan together and get them. You can go online and you can download the outline for a business plan. You can go to SCORE. SCORE is all over the United States. They're a quasi-government operation. These are all retired executives, people who have a lot of experience. They have classes. They're very inexpensive, and they can give you a really great, not only ability to put it together, but to put it together with some knowledge and understanding, so you get the right outline. Without a business plan, you're not going to have a focus that's going to be able to bring all of the components that you need to put together, things that you don't realize are even out there, together to be able to be successful. Now, a big part of the business plan is going to be financing. You got to have money. And today you need more money than you ever have had to have before, because that's just where we're at today. Things cost a lot. And so you're going to either put together, maybe you're going to have the money, maybe something happened and you came across a nice pot of money, or you're going to have friends or family, maybe put a limited liability company together to where you can bring investors in. Those parameters need to be very well defined so that everyone understands exactly what their part is, and whether they have an option to be an active participant or they're a passive participant. And then you need to then research, how much money am I actually going to need? Now, when you're going into the hospitality industry, you're either going to start off from scratch, or you're going to buy an existing location and then turn it into what your dreams are going to be. Usually it's less expensive to buy an existing business because it's already there. They've already gone through all the original permitting, and with the building department, the fire department, there might even be an alcohol license there, which makes it easier to transfer than to go in many cases, to get a new license, depending on where you want to do it. There are some places where you might not be able to get a new license, or the conditions would be prohibitive. So there's a lot of advantage to going out, making a good contact with a business broker who specializes in hospitality businesses. You don't want to really talk to a business broker who sells shoe stores or things that are not related to hospitality, and definitely not somebody who is a realtor who sells homes. It's a totally different field. You need to specialize. You need to get someone who has specialized in that particular field. So they're going to be able to have a portfolio then of locations. They're going to pre-qualify you. They're going to help you along with this. A good business broker in hospitality is going to know the ins and outs of transferring an ABC license, an alcohol license, and all of the other parameters that you're going to need to be able to put your place together, help you to negotiate a lease. Now, when you go ahead and put this together and you put your business plan together, you're going to need a name. You're going to also need to have a sub name. So and this is what All businesses do. So if it says on the border, a Mexican restaurant, that's your sub name. And so that people get a better understanding, a description in the name about exactly what you do, and something that makes it unique. You're unique to what you're doing. In looking at locations, you need to make sure that there's access, or there's high traffic. If you don't have either one of those or both, then you're really stacking the cards against you, making it much harder for you to be successful. Now, with recognition in a location, it depends on your style of business. Today, we do a lot with home delivery. There are places now, I know one operator who has 4 businesses but only 1 location. And 3 of the businesses are on paper. They're actually made with the delivery company. So it's a faux menu, and each one of them is a different cuisine, but they're all being funneled out of the same location. So for a location like that, you might not need to spend as much money as it would cost to have something that has a lot of appeal, of display, something that's close to the road where people can see it a lot, or that there wouldn't be as much parking. So those are opportunities. Those are things that you need to build into your business plan, and that a business broker is going to need to know to be able to funnel you to the right kind of location. Negotiations with a landlord. Landlords can be very much a problem in not only how much they want per square foot, but what are the triple net components, what other parameters that there might be, what else might be going on in that center or area that they also control that would be competition for you. ABC licensing is something that can be touchy depending on where you're located. So you need to make sure that you research that out and understand that, especially here in California, transferring a license or especially getting a new license can take a long time. It needs to be something that is researched ahead of time and then started immediately upon signing a lease, because you have to have a signed lease to be able to make an application to the ABC. It will vary from state to state, but here in California, it's a very complicated process that takes a good amount of time. You don't want to get to the point where you'd be ready to open your business and then have to wait another 3 months before the ABC license is available for you to use. That wouldn't be good, because the landlord's still going to want rent every month whether you're open or not. Make sure that you have a good background with you, not only a good business broker, but a good accountant who knows hospitality, a good attorney who knows hospitality as well, so that they're going to help you to put all of those components together, and you're not going to wind up with any surprises. What you want to do in all this planning is to prevent surprises. Surprises cost money, and they can actually take a project and turn it into a disaster very quickly. You've got to have a great marketing program. Now, marketing today is social media, online. You have to have a website. It has to be interactive. You need to make sure that the website is ADA compliant. That's another thing that an attorney would make sure that you are doing. You might not be aware of that, not only the facility, but the website as well. And you need to have a promotion component to it. You need to have a rewards program. You need to have some way that you are gratifying those people who are coming in and tagging them and keeping in touch with them, so that you can contact them on an ongoing basis about what's going on in your business, what specials you have for them, to really route your success. Once it's set up, it's a great way to build your business. And it's actually, on an ongoing basis, it's not very expensive. It used to be very expensive to do marketing in print media, electronic media, being on the radio or television. Those are not really as important today. with social media and all of the other components that provides. Now, menu. What is your menu? How are you going to put that together? What's unique about what you're going to be doing as opposed to everybody else? Sure, you've got competition. Everybody out there is competition. But what are you doing that's going to make people want to come to you? So it might be you're selling a hot dog. Okay, but what kind of hot dog? How are you going to package that hot dog? How are you going to make it special? And you got to tell that story in your marketing program, on your menu, in your facility. You need to make sure that all of your employees are trained to understand what your philosophy is, what's special about this place. And really, training is something that you have to do all the time. Training never ends. We're always seeking out what new we can do to keep people excited about whatever it is that we're doing. Making sure that you have all the components for hiring good employees. And there are a number of tools out there that will help you that focus in on just hospitality business employees too, and put that pool together of people that are qualified and then people that are motivated. And then you've got to continue to keep them motivated on an ongoing basis. You've got to have the electronics in the facility, good POS system for accounting and inventory control, and making sure that everything is accounted for, and that it will work for you as part of those reward systems and all of the other components that you want to bring forward. Credit card processing. As you can see, for what we've gone through, there are a whole lot of different components to this. And that's why it's really important to work with professionals in the industry. Your trade association. Here at the Food and Beverage Association, we pride ourselves in being very much operations oriented. So we're very much involved in the HR, regulatory enforcement, licensing components. We do all of the training and certification that's required, and then some. And we're adding new training and other components all the time to try to increase our levels of professionalism. So when you've got all that together and then you get the business open, you're going to be confident. You're going to be able to sleep at night. I've done the right things. I've got a great operation. And then you're going to continue to fine-tune, to hone that on an ongoing basis. So that's how simple it is. That's all you have to do. It's a snap. Lots of people are doing it. You want to be, though, the one who's going to do it right.